Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress and I'm here doing your daily dust for January 11th, Thursday, January 11th, if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It's also a timeless reading. This is the lunar eclipse tarot, and I thought it would be appropriate for tomorrow for this reading because January 11th is a new moon in Capricorn, so I feel like it's kind of more the official start of the year, and good time to make your New Year's resolutions and to begin them as well. So let's see what we have for Thursday the 11th. I'm going to pull from the middle 3 cards for a collective message. Okay, 2 of Swords. Ooh, the King of Swords. And 3 of Cups. Nice. Alright. 2 of Swords is decisions. Decisions that a King of Swords has to make, and a happy outcome, a celebration. So let me zoom on in and get a little more details. So the King of Swords could be a number of things. It could represent you. It could represent a person in your life. It could represent an authority figure. It could represent a romantic interest. But it also could represent somebody who's making a decision with you or for you today. It could also be a person who is making a decision for themselves. But fortunately, the King of Swords is intelligent. He's wise, especially in the King's stature. Swords represents air signs like Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And it represents the mind and justice too, because if it's Libra, it represents justice. If it's Gemini, it represents cleverness, intelligence, quick-wittedness. If it's Aquarius, it represents sort of this future thinker, this broader outcome thinking. And but it is definitely like more of in the logical realm, and maybe not so much in the intuitive realm, but the intuition I think can be there for the King, because the King is highly evolved. So there's not necessarily much sensitivity here, but there is a lot of intellect. And the 2 of Swords feels kind of like a mirror to me. There's 2 birds, and they look exactly alike no matter how you turn the card. But in one way, the crescent moon is, this way, and the other way, the crescent moon sort of points downward. So that's the only real difference in this card, whether it's upright or upside down. And because the birds are in the very same angle, it's kind of like reflective, like looking in a mirror, like really seeing everything for what it is. The tricky part about Swords energy is getting out of the ego mind and relaxing and releasing into the wisdom and into the intuitive mind. So in Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, you can see a person crossing their swords in front of their chest, sometimes having a blindfold on. And a lot of times it's a positive energy because it's a person who is stepping outside what they see, just their vision, and relying on their other senses, including the intuition. So I feel like that causes a sense of fairness in the situation, that it's not just the surface things that they may see, but they step beyond the surface and see intuitively, and using the other senses to provide the whole picture, the whole answer to the question. The only thing about the Two of Swords that can be an issue is if a person is in their head too much and vacillating back and forth without making a decision, then that causes a kind of stagnation, and it's not, I don't feel like it's appropriate for this day, or that too much vacillation needs to happen. But a little bit does, it's not an impulsive energy today. It does need a little bit of weighing back and forth. I definitely feel a very strong sense of justice and fairness on this day, like looking at everything and going back and forth. And the Three of Cups represents celebration. It can also represent like a gathering of friends. It represents companionship, camaraderie. It represents, sometimes I see like three women, could be sisters, friends. Sometimes it's also can be, sometimes depending on the other cards, can be romantic. But luckily here, because of Cups, it lends a bit of compassion to this intellectual decision. And the Three of Cups represents that every aspect of the situation is going to feel it's like a win-win. Like everyone feels like they got heard, and everyone feels like they will get what they want. So it's almost like a three parties involved in this, or three elements involved, and everybody is going to find a resolution that feels good to them. It feels successful, it feels celebratory, and yeah, and also with the daisies or sunflowers. Is this sunflowers or daisies? Daisies, right? Whatever, the flowers. The flowers represent to me that there's growth, and something good is going to come out of this compassionate energy, this loving energy, this happy energy. Something good is coming out. The two crescent moons in the King of Swords and the Three of Cups kind of are pointing out upward, like in kind of a receptive mode, like receiving the good. And the moths are flying upward, so it feels like this kind of upward motion. And the King of Swords has the crow on his arm as if he's in control. So he's in control, and he's holding on to a staff where he may need some stability, or he needs maybe a crutch, something to keep him upright or keep him strong. But he has that kind of stability. He has that thing that he can lean on to help him be strong. And yeah, I think once he gets out of this phase, then everything moves up. So just a decision needs to be made, and everything will move forward in a bright and positive way. And I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.